In Unit 2, we will familiarize ourselves with structural elements and their application. This unit is divided into 7 sections. Section 1. The 3 types of structural elements. Simply speaking, we are able to distinguish between 3 types of structural elements in an academic research paper or thesis project. First, structural elements that are always used in research papers. Second, structural elements that are optionally used in research papers. Third, structural elements that are selectively used in published academic research, like monographs, articles in journals, etc. We need this differentiation in order to understand different types of formal requirements for research papers. We will come back to these 3 types of structural elements in a moment. Beforehand, we need a further differentiation on another level. Section 2. The 4 sections of a research paper. For ease of explanation, we will divide a research paper technically into 4 sections. We call the first section addments. Basically, it includes all the parts of your research paper that are located before the directories section. For example, the cover page forms part of the addments section. The second section is named directories. As the name implies, it includes directories and lists of your research paper. For example, the outline forms part of the directories section. The third section is called the body or main body. The body of a paper is the part that includes the chapters of your research paper. The fourth section is called annex. The annex includes everything that comes after the main body. For example, the list of references could form part of the annex section. Section 3. Page numbering. Traditionally, there is a page numbering system. The first section, addments, and the second section, directories, are numbered with Roman numerals. The third section, the main body, is numbered with Arabic numerals. The annex could either be numbered with Arabic numerals or Roman numerals. Section 4. Structural elements always used in research papers. The following 3 subsections address the structural elements used in research papers. This subsection will explain structural elements which are always used in research papers. First of all, every research paper contains a cover page which forms part of the first section, addments. The cover page is the front page of your research paper. Besides the title and the name of the candidate or researcher, it contains all the relevant information that is needed for readers or recipients. In the directories section, there will be an outline, a list of figures and tables, as well as a list of abbreviations. Generally speaking, an outline is more or less a table of content of a research paper. Nevertheless, the term table of content is not used in academic research papers. The list of figures and the list of tables will list all figures and tables that form part of the research paper. The list of abbreviations contains and explains all abbreviations that need further explanation. The third section of a research paper includes the main body. The main body is the core of the research paper. It is composed of text, figures, and tables. A bibliography or list of references, as well as a declaration of originality, forms part of the fourth section, that is, the annex. A bibliography or list of references will always form part of a research paper. Typically, a declaration of originality is always asked for in student research projects. Section 5. Structural elements optionally used in research papers. This subsection states structural elements which are optionally used in research papers. The first section, the addments, could include an optional abstract. An abstract is a brief summary of the research paper. Furthermore, it lists keywords which are linked to a classification system. The directories section could optionally include a list of court decisions, a list of symbols, and a list of formulas. A list of court decisions is common for research projects that deal directly or indirectly with legal topics. A list of symbols is common for quantitative and analytical research projects. Sometimes an additional list of formulas is provided. The annex could optionally include a glossary, an appendix, and electronic storage media. A glossary is used in order to explain technical terms that form part of a research project. An appendix can serve the purpose to attach relevant information that has been used in the context of the research project and that would go beyond the scope of the main body. For example, extensive sets of data, drawings, maps, etc. Sometimes electronic storage media are needed in order to attach soft copies of spreadsheet calculations, data sets, or documents. Section 6. Structural elements selectively used in research papers. This subsection explains structural elements which are optionally used in research papers. The first section could include an optional foreword, a preface, or a dedication. A foreword is an introductory text that has been written by a third person. It will introduce the reader to the research project from a subject-specific perspective. Typically, the writer of the foreword will praise the research paper and the achievements of the author. A preface is written by the author himself. Sometimes it contains an acknowledgement. The author will thank colleagues, academic supervisors, or his parents. Prefaces are common for published versions of PhD thesis projects. Students should not incorporate prefaces in their research papers. A dedication is placed on a separate page. It contains personal statements as, for example, to mom and dad, or in memory of my grandparents. In case of doubt, students should avoid dedications. The fourth section could contain an optional index of names and a subject index. An index of names lists names of persons that are referred to or cited thesis projects in alphabetical order, together with the corresponding pages of the main body where the names have been mentioned. Especially printed versions of doctoral dissertations may contain an index of names. A subject index is similar to an index of names. It lists technical terms in alphabetical order together with the corresponding pages of the main body where the terms have been used. Modern text processing software like Microsoft Word allows for an automated compilation of an index of names and an index of subjects. Section 7. Structural elements and their application. In the previous 3 subsections, structural elements and their application were addressed. The intention of the following table is to provide an idea in which case a structural element might be considered suitable or not. In case of doubt, one should refer to the applicable rules. Typically, universities and colleges provide guidelines for research projects and term paper projects.